As of today, or as of the date that this video is released, we are 10 weeks out, maybe a little less than 10 weeks out until 2025. So the new year is less than 10 weeks away. And my question to you is, what do you want in the new year? Like, what do you want in the new year? And my second question is, what are you going to do about it? You know, I think a lot of people have been in that position where it's like the end of the year, it's December, the last week of December, it's Christmas, it's New Year's, and you're like scrambling, trying to figure out, what are my goals? What do I want from 2025? I said I wanted this, but I don't know. You know, you're trying to do your vision board, or maybe you're like me, where I've even done vision boards in January or February of the current year. Totally behind, totally not prepared. And what I want to say to you respectfully is that if you think that 2025, the new year, begins on January 1st, you are mistaken. Now let me explain. I believe 10,000% that the games are won. The games are achieved. The champions are made. In preseason, off season, whatever you would like to call it. It's before the game. It's not during the game. It's before. It's the preparation, the systems they put into place to get to that game. Is what matters. I'm sorry. And that's really what I'm talking about today. And over the next 10 weeks, I'm going to be putting out videos. Now, I don't want to say I'm going to put out 10 videos because I don't know if that's the case. I'm being led by what I feel in my body. So it might be 10 videos. It might be 15 videos. It might be 5. But I know it will at least be 4 videos that we will be talking about leading into the new year to talk about what to do to prepare. I originally was going to put these videos out at the 90-day mark. So at the beginning of Q4, I was going to start putting videos out. I talked myself out of it, and it keeps coming back to me. It keeps nudging me. I keep being nudged to talk about it. So that must mean that someone, even just one person, wants to hear this, needs to hear this. So that's what we're going to do. Let's dive into it. The first thing I want to mention, the first thing I want you to do this week, because during this 10-week period when I make these videos, they are going to be actionable items, like something I want you to do to prepare for the new year. I want you to observe and notice what you don't want in your life and what you do want. And I want you to write down or think about, however you want to do this, think about, why do you want those things? So if you do want a G-Wagon, which I don't really know much about G-Wagons. That thought came to my head because I think I've seen multiple G-Wagons on YouTube recently. But if you want a G-Wagon, a Tesla, whatever your dream car is, if you want this car, I want you to think about, why do you want this car? Why? Because most people, what you find out when you want something like that, it's not just because, oh, it's cute. It's usually because it's how it makes you feel. It makes you feel powerful. It makes you feel wealthy. It makes you feel like you achieved your goals and success. It makes you feel a certain way. I want you to think about why you want that thing. If it's a business, same thing. The business, why do I want this business? Because not trying to be like a jerk or anything, but just like when you have goals and there's no reason why, a lot of times we don't achieve them because we're like, what's the point? Why do I want this thing? Say you want to move out on your own and you don't know, like, you're just like, I want to move out on my own. Why do you want to move out on your own? It could look like you want freedom. You want space to be able to create freely so that you don't have anybody like looking at your art. You don't feel embarrassed by it. It could be that you want your own environment, a safe environment. Maybe you grew up in a household where there was, things that you didn't agree with and you want to get away from those things. Maybe there's things in your house that are triggering you. Maybe it's just you simply want to do that one time before you fall in love and move into a house with your significant other and decide to have children or whatever it may be. Whatever that thing is, I want you to, like I said, think about why, what and why you want it. Not how, mind you. What and why. What do you want and why do you want it? The second thing I want you to ask yourself is, who do I want to be? Now, I made a video, I think a few weeks back, and it was about atomic habits. And I think it's the second section when I talk about, or third section in the video, when I talk about identity shifts. You really want to understand that whatever you want, you have to become a certain way to get that thing. Because obviously, where you're at now, the person you are now is not the person that is going to achieve those goals. Like if you're the person who just sits on the couch and, watches, I don't know, reality TV or whatever, the news, and you're just very negative and blah, 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 that obviously isn't going to get you to an athletic body because you're just sitting around munching and doing nothing and mindless scrolling or whatever it is, right? So who do I want to be? Another question you could actually ask is, who do I have to become to get the goal that I just mentioned? Number one, what do I want? But either way, the point is the identity shift. This is what the second part is, examining who do I have to become to be this person. And this is very important. And I really there's plenty of self-development books that I've read over the last 15 years that have mentioned changing your identity. But Atomic Habits, I feel like he lays it out very simply. And I feel like he combined a lot of the books that I've read and put it into one. And that's why I really like mentioning his book when it comes to identity shifts. But who do I want to become is the question, right? So for me, like I mentioned, and I think I might have mentioned that in his video, and the video I made, I started walking, right? Originally, I was just like, I want to start walking. Now I am a person who walks. I am a walker. Like I walk, like I don't jog. I mean, I started to recently just try jogging again, but I'm a walker. I walk. It's ingrained in my head every day to walk. Now I don't walk every single day. I walk like maybe 5 to 6 days a week, but that's part of me. That's my identity. That's who I am now. And it took me months to become this person. Some people, it takes them just a couple of months. Some people, it takes them a whole year. But the consistency and the small effort, you will become that person. I didn't start walking miles. I had actually hurt my ankle back in 2019. So I just started slowly. When I first got to Vegas, I started slowly walking, and I was inconsistent with the job I was at. I hated the job. I didn't like the relationship I was in, and I wasn't walking. But now, the last year, I've been walking consistently. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40, 50, now up to about an hour usually, walking and just enjoying life, getting sunshine, being outdoors, So who do you want to become? If you want to be that business owner, like I was mentioning before, who do I have to become? What kind of person owns the business I want? What kind of person does the thing I want to do? What do they do? How do they act? How do they dress? How do they speak? And the reason why I'm having you do these activities is so that you could start to morph yourself into this individual. You can start to think like this individual. You may not be this individual right now, but that individual is inside of you. And if she is not inside of you, you could build her. This is the game of life, honey. This is the game of life. And you could play it however you want to, however you would like to. You are the main character. You are the what do you call it? You are the main character. You are the person in charge of this. It's up to you. There's nobody else that's responsible for your life. And I will actually talk about this. I don't know if this will be related to this 10 weeks, but I do want to talk about this a lot, that you have to take responsibility for where you are. Like, nobody else put you where you are right now. You put yourself where you are right now. So decide. If you're one of the things you write down for next year is you want your net worth to be a certain amount of money and you're up to your neck in debt like most of America. What do people who have the net worth you want, how do they think? How do they act? How do they interact with life? Are they spending frivolously? Or are they saving? Do they use coupons or do they just go shop whenever they want? Like, are they just buying full price books or are they getting them on discount or buying used ones? Are they buying brand new cars or are they buying used cars till they get to where they need to get to? You have to start shifting your mindset. Who do I want to be? And I'm telling you, the shifts that happen in your life are crazy. Sometimes they're very abrupt. Sometimes you see it the day of the next day. Sometimes it takes you months. But I'm telling you, those shifts will change your life. If you're someone who says you want to eat healthy, you need to become so turned off by eating foods that do not serve you anymore, that are not bringing you any type of nutrition value. Like I said in another video, crumble. Crumble is like the most... There's cookies that are good. I've had like 1 or 2 that are pretty good, but they're so sweet. They're straight up sugar, honey. Straight up sugar. Sugar. Does that person who has the body that you want eat straight up sugar like that? No, they're probably eating fruits or making their own cookies at home or going to someone who makes healthier cookies. It's not saying you can't have sweets. It's how are you having those sweets? Like for me, what it looked like, and I'm not perfect. I've mentioned before that I like Taco Bell. I don't love Taco Bell, but I like Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell, and I had to delete the apps. I had to delete the little apps because at one point in my life I was like, well, it's cheaper. I don't feel like cooking, so I'll just give me some McDonald's, because McDonald's, you can get a whole meal for $3 off of with their app. You get free fries, whatever. But I was like, girl, is that the body you want? Is that the body you want? So I deleted the apps. I deleted the food apps for all the places that weren't healthy. I downloaded better apps like Seed Oil, Scout, and just different apps that could help you find better restaurants with better food, who cook in better oils and things like that. But you have to become that person, the athlete, the fit person, the writer, the author, the athlete. I don't know if I said that already. Whatever it is you want to be, you have to become that person before you already are her. You have to play the part. It's like how they say, fake it till you make it. You got to fake like you're that person until you are that person. Your subconscious mind needs to be reprogrammed. And I believe that's what my next video will be. So definitely keep an eye out for that one. It will be next week after this video. But I'm going to talk about reprogramming your mind. It'll be either this next video or the video after the next video. So the third or second video. But reprogram your mind, honey. You could have what you want. Whatever you've been doing to get to this point, if you're not happy, that means you need to do something different. You have to remix. I'm sorry to say, I'm sorry to be blunt about it, but this really is my personality. I'm very nice, but I'm very direct. Like I am where I'm at in my life because of my choices. Literally, like quite literally. And if you cannot take responsibility for your choices, I don't know how to help you. So try these two things that I mentioned and see how they, it works out. And whatever you want to be, act like you're already there. And I'm telling you, amazing things begin to happen. That's all I can say. And if you do not believe, maybe you shouldn't participate in this next 10 weeks that I'm referring to. Maybe you shouldn't participate, because I'm not here to sway your beliefs. I'm here for the people who have decided I want different and I'm willing to try different things to be different. I'm not here for the people. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to hold your hand and say, oh, baby, there's evidence of this. No, I want you to do it yourself and figure out for yourself that this works, that changing your brain, your mindset, reprogramming yourself creates a better outcome, period. This is none of that like toxic positivity stuff. Some of this is hard work. You have to reflect, like I said, and realize, sometimes we are the problem. Sometimes it is our fault. Sometimes we are not the victim. We are the person who caused this thing to happen. It wasn't what was happening to us. It's what we did to ourselves. And that work is hard. It's a hard pill to swallow, because our ego will get in the way and say, oh no, I'm a victim. And I'm ranting and rambling now, but if you are someone who likes direct, who wants more, watch the videos, whatever is available, like already as of this, you watching this video, like if you're watching in the future, I will have the videos linked below, as well as the videos linked, probably the playlist linked at the end of the video, for you to watch. But definitely let me know if anything is helpful, because these are things that I have done and things that I am doing right now. So I'm literally going through the process with you. So definitely let me know what you relate to, or what worked, or what you didn't like, or what you tweaked, because make the process yours. Like, don't do it exactly how I do it. I'm just here to give you the ideas. I'm the messenger. The messenger. You are the artist. You do whatever you want with that message there. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll see you in the next video. With all my love, Lana.